Hello, everybody. Welcome. I don't know. I say everybody. There's probably like all none of you here yet. Um, as you can see, I got a platform here, um, and there's a couple of reasons that I want to talk about this today. Uh, Probably the most obvious of which is the fact that I've begun writing again. Let me get the right chat up here. I do not like the channel. Here it is. All right, there. Mute that some bitch. Uh, Pop out the chat. Move it over here on top of StreamYard's chat and make it big so it covers it up like that. There we go. All right. Now I can close this because I'm not going to watch my own stream. That'd be really weird and completely unnecessary. All right. So now I'm back, and I'm just killing time while people are coming in. This list that's scrolling across the bottom, it's 100%. That is going to expand. I'm going to add more names to that. I've got to make some decisions on how I want to do it and how do I display like these names. These are some of my best friends in this community, as well as supporters of this channel. But I don't want anyone to feel slighted because they don't see their name come across there, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Rotating names, maybe adding, taking away. I don't know. Like you'll be in the lineup. There'll be a set of however many it's going to be for 1 month, and then another one will come across for the other, and it'll always end with the anonymous and so many more because there've been a number of anonymous contributors. And I appreciate all of you, so please don't feel slighted. But that's going to be a standard fare at the bottom of all of the streams now. This one here, the motorcycle visibility thing, that's just today's topic. Why did I say motorcycle visibility? That's kind of weird. Well, it's my philosophy on riding is that I, on my bike, going around on my scooter, vroom, 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 minding my own business, maybe swaying back and forth in the lane, because it feels good. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Just like that. That's how, that was a corner. Anyway, if somebody comes over in my lane, is they can't see me. They're just turning, they're making a left turn. So I'm invisible while I'm doing all that fun stuff. I presume that no one can see me and that everyone is aiming for me. Oddly, that does not terrify me. I am very relaxed when I ride, probably 90% of the time. Only when I'm upset with somebody who didn't look, or somebody maybe that started to crowd me into lanes they didn't see me. I try to avoid being in spots. It's also part of what I'm going to talk about today. Bud Files, welcome. Cherokee Mammy, welcome. Good to see you guys here. Appreciate you being here. And I'm going to ramble a little bit because it's what I do best. But overall, I'm going to keep talking about motorcycle visibility. And if I say scooters, it just means anything with two wheels. I don't care. Well, it's got to have an engine, motive power, motor, whatever. I don't care. I'm an automotive machinist by trade, and I don't care if you call it an engine or a motor. I don't make a distinction. It's engine oil, but on the bottles of many it says motor oil. It just doesn't matter. So call it what you like. It's okay with me. So I'll use them interchangeably, but most of the time I'm going to call motorcycle a scooter. E-bikes included. But anyway, if you just pedal it, that's a bicycle. And that's why I say motorcycle too, by the way. For those of you that wonder why I say motorcycle. A lot of people say motorcycle. Well, it's because it's a motorized bike, motorized bicycle. We don't call it a bicycle. So why would we call this a motorcycle? We call it a bicycle, not a bicycle. So this would be a motorcycle. The spelling of the word is the spelling of the word. So that's how I feel about that. There's my ramble for this present 15 minutes. What brought this about is obviously the fact that I'm writing again, and as regularly as I can, I might add. Mikey, hello, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. And, you know, I may have made a couple of mistakes, like, turning the handlebars when I was stopped. It may or may not have had everything to do with me falling the first time I dropped the bike. Second time is debatable, but, I am doing well, Mikey. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am doing very well, sir. And then I had my little dirt nap, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, shit, I didn't see that gravel. I didn't look at the gravel like that. I was just illustrating, and, the way it went. And, then I did a little 180 into the ditch, and it was, a little painful on my hip, but it was pretty fun. The deal. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you. So again, all of those things were my fault, not the scooter's fault. Had nothing to do with the scooter. It had to do with my skill level, my ability, and my knowledge, frankly. So I'm still going to ride as though no one can see me and everybody's aiming for me, but I'm going to try and make myself more prepared by thinking ahead, doing some practice things, which I have already started doing. I got my tripods out. We're going to try and do a thing here in the next couple of days. I'm going to do an impromptu live. I don't know when it's going to be. It's just going to happen. And I will be set up with the phone camera thing on the microphone, on a tripod, and you'll be able to see me do some of my practice stuff that I'm trying to do. And all that's to be a safer rider, because I like being alive. I like being here. I like having all my fingers and all my toes, feet, ears, nose. I like all this stuff, okay, to be intact. Once I kick it, I don't care. And then I can just be ashes mixed in with the sand at the beach. Somebody will make a sandcastle out of some part of me. It'll be pretty fucking awesome, too. Who would want to be part of a sandcastle? Seriously. You're part of a completely beautiful and organic temporary structure. Wow. It's fantastic. Anyway. Excuse me. Apparently my sinuses are going to drain again, so maybe I'm allergic to live streaming. That could be it. Anyway. Thanks all of you that are coming out and hanging out here for a few minutes. Hello, Robbie. Good to see you, brother. Love you, man. So the second thing, besides the fact that I'm riding again and I've had a couple of mishaps that were completely my fault, that is undeniable fact in my opinion. Hey, Zach Thong, welcome. Sometimes things happen that are not, they're not your fault. They're not the other driver's fault. The circumstances were put in place by someone outside of the driving environment, but in control of it. And the instance I'm talking about in this case specifically is my friend and fellow riding neighbor crashed his scooter a couple of days ago at night. He was coming, they're doing some stuff out here. They're removing old railroad tracks that aren't being used anymore. Some of them are just becoming reclaimed land. Others are becoming walking paths, and they're making, biking walking paths out of them, out of the cleared area, because it's still cleared, which makes a certain amount of sense. But anyway, they were in an area where the tracks were crossing the road. The construction people were working at night, and in their defense, they had probably recently gotten there. They did have flaggers in place, but the flagger that my friend went past was basically at the point of the construction's beginning, and there were no signs up, there were no extra lights, no trucks with flashing lights, nothing. And what happened was the lane opposing traffic, in this case, we'll call it the left lane. It doesn't really matter which side he was on or which way he was going. He was in his normal lane of traffic, but the person on the other end of the construction had released cars to go through in his lane. And a car was coming at him head on, so he went off the road and crashed. I mean, he didn't have any time to think or stop or anything like that, and no reason necessarily to think that anything like that was about to happen. Arguably, the construction worker that he saw, the flagger, not construction worker, sorry, the flagger, could have been a clue. Maybe in the back of your head, you could have said, that's kind of weird. Maybe I'll slow down and see what happens through here. Maybe something's going on. I don't know. This is where my awfulizing comes in handy. One of the few times that I appreciate the fact that my brain takes this piece of plastic, scratching my thumb in such a way that I bleed, it gets infected, I get gangrene, I lose my thumb, and then my arm to the elbow. This is just the way my brain works, or I might die in a fiery crash because I did that. I don't know. My brain does different things to me, but in this case, it helps me see possibilities. Now they're awful possibilities, or at least unfortunate ones. But if I'm aware, if you ride, this is the first part of the message. I'm actually making a point. I know, weird. It's okay. Things will go back to normal soon. Think ahead, take responsibility for you. If you do everything right and something else goes wrong, a meteor falls from the sky or a bird flies into your face and hits your helmet, things that are unforeseen, somebody is coming at you in your lane, you didn't realize that there was even going to be traffic in your lane, and they didn't realize the traffic was going to be coming at them in that lane. Be cognitive. Just think about the possibilities. Let your brain awfulize a little bit, even if you're a positive person, because we know how all them positives are. You get two positives and they don't make a negative ever. Two positives will never make a negative, but two negatives also will never make a positive. So there's that. Actually, I don't think any amount of either of them will amount to the other. There's more rambling. If you don't ride, if you're not a rider, it's the season right now. We're all coming out, and some of us are very experienced riders. Some of us are not. We're gaining slowly, but So if you're out driving on a beautiful sunny day in your area, maybe just look again. I know you checked. I know your light is green. Just look again. It takes half a second to go like this one more time before you go. Might make the difference in somebody's day. I don't blame drivers for motorcycle crashes in most cases. Drunk driving, that's off the table. That's always the drunk driver's fault, regardless of terrible outcome. But I don't I drive a car, a cage, as a lot of motorcyclists call them. Um, and when I'm in my cage, I try and be more aware now, simply because I ride. That's why maybe me saying something here today, maybe somebody will catch this in a replay, maybe somebody will take an extra peek to their left or right, and it'll make the difference. And they won't roll, and the bike won't hit them, or they won't hit the bike, or whatever. Scooters are fragile, and so are the bodies that ride on them. I'm gonna say it's fun to put some horsepower between your legs and just have explosions happen there. That's a thing. It's pretty fun, but it comes with huge responsibility. I have a pet peeve with bicyclists. Haha, see what I did there? Pet peeve with bicyclists that don't follow the rules of the road and roll a stop sign without even so much as blinking an eye. Four-way stop. Yeah, I might be a car and I might win the fight, and you're just this poor little bicyclist. Fuck you. Follow the goddamn rules. If you're rolling through the damn stop sign and you want to sue me because I hit you, fuck off. Because that's your fault, not mine. Just like it would be the driver's fault of another car that ran the stop sign. And the same thing happened with. But the consequences are bigger. So there's a reason that those rules are out there for bicyclists. In Oregon, at least, any moving vehicle on a public road must follow all of the rules of the road, basic safety stuff, right of way, signaling, stopping for lights, stopping for stop signs, stopping for people in crosswalks. It, and I'm a rider. I've ridden bicycles for years. And now I have a motorcycle because I'm old. But damn it, it's pet peeve number 365,987.3. Thank you, Derek Vieri, for that. You don't know, that's a Vice Grip Garage reference. The guy's a great comedian and a wonderful teacher. I highly recommend checking out some of his stuff. Vice Grip Garage, Vice Grip Lodge. His son also has a channel. His son Bentley, well, they have 3 children. But anyway, the middle son, Bentley, has his own channel called Little Grip Garage. Anyway, really cool stuff. Fun. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here. So, I don't know if I've bored you all with this little tirade. My simple words. I just don't want to see anybody else hurt. Thankfully, this broke a rib and skinned up his elbow and his knee. He lost the shift peg for his shifter, so he'll have to replace that at some point, and I think a turn signal. So overall, mostly cosmetic damage. The rib is the rib, but he'll recover from that. Hell, they don't even wrap you for ribs anymore. You got a broken rib and it's not sticking through the skin, you're fine. Just go home. It's going to hurt. Ask me how I know. Oh, wait, I already told you how I know. So, please, just if you ride, do those things. Take responsibility for the danger that you are putting yourself in the inherent act of riding a motorized bicycle. You are absolutely responsible for what happens to you. Drivers of other vehicles, you're responsible for the things that you cause. I'm trying to put the fault on both sides because I drive a car and I ride a motorcycle. And if I was still healthy enough, I would still ride a bicycle. So, I want everybody to have a great, safe, and fun summer. I'll be back with a Lame Live here soon, like next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. In between now and then, watch, googly eyes, watch for an announcement for a live. That'll be me in a parking lot doing scooter practice stuff, putting out cones, and I'll probably trip over something and fall down at least once. So there'll be some comedy entertainment value there. Really hope that doesn't happen, though. I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you very much for rambling and listening to me as I'm going through all my bike stuff, repackaging, reimagining, because I have a different bike now. I got to pack things a little differently. So anyway, yep, cones. Yep, I got green ones, and then I got flat orange ones that are just literally markers. The green ones are where I'm supposed to put my eyes. That is very, very much on the table, brother. That is very, very much on the table. It's going to depend on a couple of things. If things work tomorrow and I can get the permit that I need, then I want to ride the scooter to come and see you and hang out for a couple of days. Just through the weekend, I just, you only have to maybe put me up on, like, a couple of days or a week, something. I don't know. I'll be there for a minute. So I really, really, really want to come, and I'm really, really, really trying to make it happen. Yeah, well, athletic sporters and cups are cousins. So you didn't know that because it's a cup because, and if you cut a cup in half, it kind of does the same thing. So I know, brother. I know. I love you too. So I'm working on some logistics, and I just got to make sure that I'm legal to be on the road because the ticket's more expensive than the permit. So yeah. So yeah, absolutely. I want to be around and ride up to the La Grande, and then also to follow you up to the Walla Walla. I'll probably ride. Weather's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be fun. Dark schmark, I don't care. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, folks. Let you go back to your Thursday evening, afternoon, morning, Friday morning, whatever time in the world it is for you when you see this. Have a good one. Keep your eyes open and your mind focused. Don't be a Falcro. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out and listening to me ramble about motorcycle visibilities and scooter stuff and other unrelated things. Yeah. All the things. You guys are rock stars. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. I'm going to figure out a single tagline and incorporate that. I don't know. Saying goodbye is hard to do. Bye.